Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Naz.
Collectively we are the Office Blokes.
Yep.
We have two other YouTube channels. We like to try stuff. We like to waffle on utter pants. Patreon page,
Yep.
Social media, merch, all that stuff. What's the bottom tier on Patreon, Mike?
£1.50.
£1.50. There you go, do it.
Cheap
Link in the
chips.
description will take you where you need to go. Right, we did a Tom Segura kind of a compilation, didn't we? And it was one of them where
It's tough.
loads of people in the comment section said it's not his good bits. There was bits missing.
Yeah.
You need the context of the joke sometimes, don't you suppose?
Yeah,
So,
we've fallen victim to a couple of them, haven't we? So far, I think we did a Dave Chappelle one months ago.
Yeah.
There was a similar thing.
I've watched Tom Segura before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, on Netflix. Just when I flicked through for stand-up comedy, and I did some last night. I watched, and after I watched it, I thought I shouldn't have watched that because I know we better for answering was Jesselnick.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is the Tom Segura stuff you've seen, is he good? I've only ever seen him on podcasts.
Yeah.
And then that little compilation
That
bit
we
we
did.
did.
Yeah,
I've seen loads of him on podcasts.
Yeah, he's very good.
Been on Joe Rogan and all that
Oh,
quite a
is he?
lot. So
Right,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, he's part of that whole group of
Yeah,
comedians. But anyway, we'll get into it. So funny disabilities, Tom Segura.
I get why you laugh at my physical flaws. Physical flaws are funny. They just are. Disabilities are not. But some are. Most aren't. We know those ones, you know? Like if there's a 10K or a quilt, it's pretty bad. But the rest are up for debate. And if you're sitting here and you're like, well, when is it ever funny? Well, luckily for you, I have 3 examples. First, foreign accent syndrome. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. It's real. You can look it up on your way out of here. Some people experience head trauma. Not funny. But they wake up speaking their native language with a foreign accent. Very funny. I defy you to watch interviews with these people and not piss yourself laughing.
Never even
Do you
knew
understand?
that was a thing.
Yeah.
Really?
I've heard of that before.
You have?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
picking
have, yeah.
accents and then sort of like just a white normal sort of like Caucasian, English person waking up like a Chinese accent or something or stuff like that. Yeah.
I've heard one where an English person's had a head trauma and they woke up the next day out of a coma and they can only speak fluent German.
Wow.
Yeah.
Things like that, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's definitely a thing, isn't it? It's a real thing.
How can they possibly explain that? Let's stop looking at space and some scientists figure out what's going on there. And how do we switch on German and French and stuff in your brain? Because obviously they're dormant, isn't it, if you don't do that?
Funny.
I'm going to be watching some videos.
I'm going to
of that
see it.
later.
I'm going to see them. When I see the news with them on, I always laugh. I always think, what a great story that'll be down the pub. Imagine if you just turned up at the pub and just all of a sudden had a full-on like Chinese accent.
You know, it'll be worse.
Could you
Everyone
imagine
would be like, everyone would just looking at you going, what the fuck?
You'd die of laughter, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Could you imagine? It'd just see us off, wouldn't
I
it?
wonder how long it'd last where you laugh at it yourself. I mean,
The worst one would be a white guy waking up with a Jamaican accent just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you go to the pub and like, people think you're just taking the piss.
Yeah, it won't be good look, will it?
I'm watching videos of that tonight.
It's got to be some.
Farmer in Alabama who's normally like, "Bup, ba-ba-dip, ba-ba-dip, bup, boop." That guy hits his head and is now like, the tractor trailer, it fell. A la man. That's not funny to you, you piece of shit? Really? The best case ever of foreign accent syndrome happened in the UK. Well, not only was it a British woman who lived her entire life in the UK, she'd never left the town she was born in for 33 years. She was in an accident, and she woke up speaking English, but with a Chinese foreign accent.
That's what else we're thinking of.
Did you hear what I just fucking said? Do you now believe in God and his awesome sense of humor? A British lady who her whole life was like, hello, it's a bit of a whiffle, isn't it? Like that.
Wanker.
Now says, I have not had my conversation voiced as a over 3 years now. First of all, do you know how hard it is to do that impression without squinting? Second, If you're getting uncomfortable, like, whoa, he's mocking an Asian accent? No, she's white. This is fine. A white British lady just happens to say, would you like a cup of tea? Tastes good? You want milk? You want biscuit? Oh, good. You want me to suck the dick down? I don't know. She's a nice British lady. She can say whatever she wants. Now, if you're sitting in your seat right now and you're like, I don't think it's funny. Well, don't get your tits in a tussle. I got 2 more for you. So.
This is tons better than the clips we did last time. This is actually really, really good. Isn't it?
I want to meet someone who's got that foreign accent syndrome.
Yeah. I can't believe you actually said that one.
Yeah.
There must be videos of it somewhere, mustn't there? We'll have to do a bit of search.
It's fucking funny. That could be a rabbit hole we go down.
Oh, yeah.
You need pre and post, though, so you need to hear what they sounded like beforehand.
Yeah, you could get people
like after,
sort of like putting them together with the, not real ones, I suppose.
What about persistent genital arousal disorder? That is a fancy way of saying never not coming. These are people that have orgasms every 90 seconds, and they can't have jobs. Why can't they have jobs, Tom? Because they're coming all the time. It's not appropriate for you to be like, can I try on this shirt? And the guy's like, fuck your shirt. I'm gonna wear my old shit. I'm not wearing your fucking shirt. Can you imagine? You're like, oh, we're out of orange juice? Or just bring water. That's too much sugar. I don't want any more of that. Some people suffer from both of those afflictions. You know that? It's rare, but it happens. Can you imagine that? That like you just walk up to someone, you're like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about your dad passing away. And he's like, that feels good. I made that one up. That's not true. But that was cheap, but that was fun. Now, if you're still not on board with this, how about an old, reliable one? You know, how about Tourette's syndrome? Yeah. Maybe you've heard of that. If you haven't, let me tell you. When I was in 5th grade, my parents sent me to a new school on a Wednesday. I'll never forget. It was a Catholic school, and on Wednesdays, they had Mass. So picture you're a new student at a new school, you don't know anybody, and the first thing you're doing is you're going to church. So I walk in, and the priest starts the service. He goes, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the kid in the row in front of me goes, fuck your cunt. Nobody did anything. No one batted an eye. He just goes, Holy Spirit, starts reading from the Bible.
Imagine being the kid that doesn't know about it and you're going, oh. It's a disability for someone.
Yeah.
I'd be doing that. I'd be crying with laughter. I guarantee it, egging them
keep
on.
a straight face, would you?
This kid goes, lick my balls! Fuck you. I am laughing so goddamn hard. But I know I'm not supposed to laugh. It sounds like I'm having a stroke. I'm 10. I'm like, I have tears running down my face. And finally I'm able to get out. How come nobody else is laughing? And the kid next to me goes, he's got Tourette's. It gets old. 3 years I was at that school. That shit never got old. That was the greatest gift God ever bestowed upon me. And I'll tell you this, the greatest day of my life, up until the day my son was born, was the day we had a substitute teacher that year, and they didn't warn her about him. Your imagination is serving you correctly. It was glorious. I watched a 10-year-old boy break a grown woman's spirit. These poor substitutes, they don't know what's going on in your class, you know? She walked in, somehow they didn't tell her, and she's like, read chapter 3. And then his tics would build, meaning they would start small. So he would sit in class and be like, hey. So she goes, what's going on? And we're like, she doesn't know. And then he would do this every day. He would take markers and paint his own shirt. Again, every day he did it, but she doesn't know about it. So she sees it. She's like, what are you doing? He goes, what do you think, bitch? Then he starts painting his face with the marker, and she goes, stop that. And he goes, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, fuck you. And she's like, what's happening? What's happening? And we go, that's Kevin. Why are you crying so much right now? Like that. When she killed herself, she's dead. So, she's out of teaching, but she's fine. So
that was really good.
He's a funny guy.
That was good one, that. Yeah, I like that.
Yes, the other stuff, I didn't think he was offensive. I can't remember if one of us made a comment where it was
So
like,
it was clean.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah, that's
clean.
right, yeah.
And that's just, you can see why people were outraged in the comment section, because he's pretty gritty, isn't he?
Pretty offensive.
Yeah.
But
Man.
them all, imagine having all three of them together.
Oh,
Be a great time.
jeez, yeah.
Party Central.
Hey,
On
just
your own.
stay. Oh, man. Just a bit.
Yeah, we were always nightmare with substitute teachers. Like we had one that just left crying and never came back once. I feel bad for it nowadays, but when you're a kid,
When you're a kid, it's your job, isn't it, I suppose?
It was absolute carnage.
Yeah.
We struggle to get teachers.
The thing is, I was in like the top sets in school, so the substitute teachers would come in and be like, oh, it's, you know, all clever.
This will be great. They're all clever. They're all
kids, you know, they all
studious
get
and
their head
everything.
down.
Yeah.
But it was just a combination of about 4 or 5 of us that were idiots.
Yeah.
So, just attacking each other with permanent markers and books and stuff throughout the whole lesson.
Going, lick my balls.
Lick my balls, bitch.
The Chinese accent.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to do that.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that too.
no.
Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.